Hello everybody, this is Bala here, and of course I am with my great friend, brother, you name it, Dr. Raghu with me as well. And weekend message, I thought I'll give something different, try out something different. So it's like a weekend video podcast, think like that. So Raghu is going to help me a little bit as well. I hope you enjoyed this form of weekend message as opposed to the regular voice message. So first thing I want to say is, guys, did you know that you guys are the middle of the second or the end of the middle of the second mesocycle? Pretty amazing. I mean, you guys have done 4 weeks of mesocycle training as well as 2 weeks of regular training, regular warm-up. So it's like 5 plus 2, 7 weeks of training. Unbelievable, guys. Congratulations. And you know that, right? The way I've explained this to you, how the training works. Every mesocycle we go up and then we stop at the end of one mesocycle, and then when the next mesocycle starts, we start a little bit back. So if you are done, let's say 10 miles, the end of one mesocycle over the week, the next one is we do it at 8 miles. And then we again go and then now go to 12 miles and 13 miles. That's how we do that. So we are increasing our mileage. And the very fact that you guys are doing so well just tells you guys are training well and doing really well. So how are you feeling, Doctor?
Very good, Bala. Excellent.
Wonderful. So that's what it is. So today let's talk a little bit about some running theories, and then we'll also talk. I also have a wonderful podcast, number 2, recorded already for you all. I'll introduce you to that too, and we go from there. So you said you had some questions. What is it, Doctor?
So Bala, I see that you've been giving a lot of stride runs to a lot of runners since last week. Can you tell me why do you need to do this stride run, and what are some of the advantages or benefits, or what is the main core reason why somebody has to do a stride run?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So for those of you who are a little new, stride runs, some of you have not yet had, like 5K runners, but most of you have got it now. Stride run is basically the way in which we do what is called as interval training. That means we run fast for either a specific distance or a time, and then we run slow and catch up our breath, and again do the same couple of rounds. That is what is called stride runs. So the idea behind stride run is you are increasing and decreasing your heart rate. You're training your heart, sort of a fatigue strength of your heart. That's really what we are trying to do. Doctor, you had a right question. So the reason why we do stride run is to increase the strength. I know as a doctor probably would appreciate it more. You want to increase the fatigue strength of the heart.
Correct.
By going up and down, you are sort of tuning your heart like how you're doing it for an engine. So you warm it up, you tune it up. So you kind of make the heart ready for higher loads, even though you're not going to be utilizing it during normal times. So when the heart is ready for higher loads, and when normal times and you're only doing it at 50% of that, then heart finds it very easy to do that.
Correct.
That's at least the coach way of sort of explaining it. I'm sure medically there might be another way to do this.
Is it like kind of stressing your heart to an extent and then kind of relaxing it and stressing it back again?
That's correct. Okay. In a controlled manner. It's not like stressing it for long periods of time.
Correct.
Stressing a little bit, letting it go, little bit, letting it go.
Correct.
And thereby heart is now ready to take on little higher loads. But then when the heart is now put to a normal load, it finds it very easy to take care of that. That is the idea of strides. So when you're doing strides, what that means is the idea of a good stride workout is heart rate needs to go up and down. That is what is the key idea of stride workout. Okay. So when you're doing a stride workout, if your heart rate is not going up and down, the difference between the high and the low part of strides, heart rate is not that different, then you're not really training the heart.
Okay.
So that's what you need to do. So ensure that for a 1 minute or 0.1 mile or whatever, run fast as much as you can. Not at peak fast, but a decent pace so that your heart rate goes up, and then rest up. Walk like how we are doing right now. Just walk so that your heart rate comes down dramatically. So 150, 170, then 110. That should be the beautiful splits in terms of heart rate. And when you do that, you are doing an excellent stride workout. Secondly, on the watch, I don't know whether you had a question there also. On the watch, on your watches, you need to use the lap function. So, doctor, can you show me let's actually show in his Garmin the lap function, what he's talking about. You see in his Garmin watch, this is the bottom right. The bottom right is the lap function. So right now, let's say if you look at it and if I press the, see it says lapped. So he has actually pressed that lap function and he has manually created a lap. This you need to do every time you do strides. So what I mean by that is, let's say you did 1 mile of base pace and then you're going to start your stride run. So 1 mile, automatically the lap function will create the 1 mile lap. After that, let's say 0.1 mile you walk, and then for the next 0.2 miles you want to run fast. Before you start, press the lap button and then run fast, and once you finish it, press the lap button again. That way what happens is we are able to break open the strides portion of your run, and as a result I can see how your heart rate has gone up and down as opposed to an average for an over mile. Okay, so that's what you need to do. And thank you Raghu for asking that question. Look, he has got another call too, but that's the message for the first one, strides, how to do it. If you do strides well, your base pace runs will get a lot better, and then things will only improve from that point onwards. So that is your message one. Next one, let's talk a little bit about running theory, and then we go from there. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.